7 blood pressure lowering mistakes to avoid. This is not intended to be medical advice. Please follow the recommendations of your medical doctor. Mistake number 1. Underestimating sodium intake. Research indicates that people underestimate their sodium consumption by as much as 4 times what they actually consume. This underestimation is particularly common with foods that don't taste overtly salty but still contain high sodium levels. Examples of foods that trick people into underestimating sodium and salt are foods that register as sweet, like donuts and pastries, processed food items, especially those that don't register as overly salty, like bread and bagels, as well as restaurant items that hide more sodium than people believe. High sodium intake can contribute to high blood pressure and complicate cardiovascular issues, including diabetes. The next mistake is not taking prescription medications or not taking them regularly as intended. Some individuals with high blood pressure may be hesitant to take prescription medications or believe that avoiding medication is a healthier approach. It may be true that significant lifestyle changes can make a significant impact on blood pressure. However, most people struggle to make consistent and long-term lifestyle changes that allow for them to normalize their blood pressure without medication. According to the CDC, only 1 in 4 people, or 22.5% of people with high blood pressure, have their condition under control. It's crucial to recognize that if one has diagnosed high blood pressure or commonly has elevated readings, prescription blood pressure medications can protect the cardiovascular system. Skipping prescribed hypertension medications with chronic high blood pressure readings can lead to irreversible damages of this delicate piping system and heighten uncontrolled risk factors for heart disease. Another mistake is not eating enough potassium. 98% of people fail to meet the recommended daily intake of potassium, which is 4,700 milligrams, the equivalent of 10 bananas. Potassium is an essential mineral and electrolyte that plays a role in lowering blood pressure and regulate heart health. Not consuming enough potassium-rich whole foods, such as potatoes, squashes, and greens, can increase high blood pressure and the risk of cardiovascular issues. Another common mistake is underestimating the role of sugar. While most people focus on reducing sodium intake for high blood pressure, they may underestimate the impact of added sugar consumption on their blood pressure. Added sugar intake, including alcohol, can increase blood pressure through multiple pathways. For example, it increases insulin levels, which increases blood pressure and reduces receptor sensitivity of blood pressure regulating cells. In a meta-analysis, higher added sugar intakes were associated with both an increase in systolic and diastolic blood numbers by 7.6 millimeters of mercury and 6.1 millimeters of mercury respectively in elderly females. The next mistake is not prioritizing cardiovascular exercise. Regular cardiovascular exercise, such as running, cycling, or swimming, is vital for maintaining healthy blood pressure. According to the CDC, 3 out of 4 individuals don't exercise regularly, which can contribute to a sedentary lifestyle and increase the risk of heart problems. A study has revealed that training and running a marathon decreased both systolic and diastolic blood pressures and improved aortic stiffness, overall reducing aortic age by almost 4 years. This mistake is an important one. Thinking the heart is healthy after passing standard cardiac exams. Passing standard heart exams like the nuclear stress test or an EKG does not necessarily guarantee that one's heart is completely healthy. According to an article from Princeton Longevity Center, quote, stress testing detects only late-stage coronary artery disease, end quote. The evidence is clear that in the vast majority of those with coronary disease, a stress test is very likely to be normal right up until sudden death or a heart attack strikes, end quote. Experts suggest that the CTCA or CD coronary angiogram provides a much more comprehensive evaluation. A CTCA can identify both calcified and non-calcified plaques in the coronary arteries, offering a more in-depth assessment of heart health, though it exposes one of higher radiation risk. Another highly valuable tool is the CAC or coronary artery calcium test, which measures the amount of calcium in your heart arteries. The next mistake is not considering the likelihood of condition worsening. Many individuals may not realize that, without significant lifestyle changes and interventions, their heart condition typically worsens every year. A new heart study consisting of 4,200 individuals between the ages of 40 and 50, they found very rapid progression of atherosclerosis in 40% or participants within 3 years, and that even in otherwise healthy-appearing individuals, atherosclerosis can happen rapidly in the Middle Ages. Another study reports that calcification of the coronary arteries typically progress by 20 to 25% per year, compounding over time. This underscores the importance of ongoing monitoring and proactive steps to improve heart health.